Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I know it's been a couple of days since I've done a vlog or talked on the blog about anything. So today I was just coming back and just giving a big hello and hoping everyone is doing well and feeling well and that their week is going wonderfully. Mine is going wonderfully too. I'm in the midst of starting a new semester of paralegal studies, and I teach one class a week. And that one, I'm enjoying teaching. I only have one student, so it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, and so I'm enjoying doing that, and just enjoying being able to kind of get out there and talk to people and stuff like that. So and health is doing pretty good. Okay. If anybody wanted to know anything about baby news is we don't have a baby yet, and so far we're just still trying. Hopefully, we'll find out in a couple of days whether or not we're gonna have a baby. But we're still trying really hard and enjoying trying. And so we'll see and let you guys know, kind of either way and stuff, what's going to happen. But I am excited about the prospect, and so is Mr. Bird. So today I'm just trying to figure out who's sooner, who's later. I have a lot of things that I think about and ponder and wonder, and some stuff I just am just confused by and can't kind of figure out. And some of those things I think I'm going to start bringing to some of you guys to see if you have any thoughts about this. And I'll let you know what my thoughts are. But hey, it may be true, may not be true. This is just sort of an opinion page, anyway, in most ways and stuff. So it's not like, everything is, carved in stone. So, but today my thing is sooner or later. So who's sooner? Who's later? And I read a lot of other blogs here or there, and stuff. Like I say, I don't roam the internet because there's too much craziness and foolishness out on the internet. So I'm really particular about whose stuff I read and where I go, and stuff. And usually it's from Twitter, from somebody that I already like, and they have blogs or they have articles and stuff that they already do. They're from Twitter or Facebook, and I read those. But I don't roam and just try to find stuff because it's so much foolishness out here on the internet, and just in particular in the world, um, that you have to be really careful what you let into your head and your spirit. But I was just reading, and I have read this a couple of times, about men wanting to be committed. That men are not, as much as women, and I do believe this too, as much as women think men don't want to be committed or they don't want to get married. That's not true. It's just not true. Many men want to get married. They're just looking for the right thing, and stuff. And but when? When is that happening? And it seems that women, from what I can see, are wanting to get married a little bit earlier, but they can't always, especially what I see amongst some younger black women and stuff, is they're wanting to get married earlier, but they can't always because the guys aren't really at that point, at least the guys that, are available to them aren't at that point. And so women are wanting to be married and committed sooner, and I've seen stuff with women around the ages of 25, 20, 26, 24, 25, 26. Some as young as 21, which personally I think is too young to be married. That's just my personal belief. Um, because there's lots about you that hasn't even formed yet, and that won't be forming until, about mid 20s, about your opinion about yourself and who you are and stuff, and you kind of need that time. But that's my own personal opinion, and but I'm seeing that they aren't able to find men in their age range, or even a little older, maybe 28, 29, 30, and for a lot of women. that are 21, 30 is old, and I'm like, yeah, really, that's not even close to old. But 30 is old and stuff, and they want somebody in their own age range to find, to date, or be committed to, or marry. And as I was dating, since I'm not in the dating scene anymore and stuff, this is why I ponder this stuff, because I'm not in the dating scene anymore. I'm done with dating for the rest of my life. So when I was dating, and at about 38, at the age of 38, 37, 38, when I was dating, um, the thing is, I met quite a few men who were my age, 37, 38, 39, 40, and had never been married, which I was really shocked to find. I was just bowled over that men were that old and had never been married, and stuff. Many had been engaged, but had never committed. And so I was just like, what are you people doing? And stuff. But my thought is, well, if there are women this age, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, wanting to be married, and men this age that are older that are just now thinking about marriage, and it wasn't like these guys were broke bums or something like that. They had decent jobs, they were decent guys, but most were still living the bachelor life, maybe living in an apartment, with some kind of crappy furniture they probably got after college and stuff. They were still living bachelorhood, with this huge big screen TV and a PlayStation and this furniture that looked like it came out of your grandma's 1970s basement, and stuff. So, and they were living like that, They weren't exactly, they weren't, the smoothest dressers. They weren't dressing. And I know women are like, oh, I want a dude in a suit, blah blah blah. Many dudes don't even wear a suit, don't even like suits. In particular, where I live, many dudes don't even wear suits, don't like suits. Um, all the men I've ever met, I swear, none. And let me think. From since in my 20s and dating here, when I moved here and started dating, up until up until I met my husband Matt and stuff, I'd never met a guy who owned a suit, not even one. Not even most had to buy a suit. You know, it was having to buy a suit. My ex husband had to buy a suit for our wedding. Matt had to buy a suit for our wedding and stuff. So these men were not, they're not these, it's not Mad Men, Dapper Don thing. It's not that. These are really very, guys very laid back and living a very, very bachelor lifestyle. And so I'm wondering what's missing between women and men and stuff, or is anything missing at all? Sometimes, we may be overthinking things and stuff. I know men want to commit. I know men, I've met many men that want to commit and stuff. And by the time they get into their late 30s, people are very settled in their ways and stuff like that. And, a lot of men I knew that were great guys and would have made great husbands are so set, they're settled in their ways and they're not compromising on what they want from women and stuff. And women are, usually if by that time, many women are already married or already in a committed relationship and stuff. So it's hard to find women in that range. And surprisingly, many of those men don't want younger women, which is really odd. My thought was, wow, guys are really like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of 25-year-olds, but they're like, oh no, and stuff. They didn't want younger women, which I just found shocking. I really did. I found shocking. They were not interested in younger women. They wanted women that were about their age and women who were in their mid early 20s that were looking for commitment and marriage wanted men about their age. So everybody's very much, set in wanting someone about their age. And I really was shocked at the number of guys who were not interested in, women. They weren't interested in, usually in women younger than 30. If they were like in their late 30s or 40s, they weren't interested in anybody younger than 30 and stuff. And I was like, well, there's lots of, young women, 26, 25, and stuff. And they were like, no, I want someone, more mature and stuff. So, I'm just wondering and just pondering, who's who's got the upper hand here. There's, people wanting to be committed early on in life, women wanting to be committed early on in life, and men who are living bachelor lives longer and longer and longer, and waiting longer to be committed in a marriage, and wanting to be married to people and waiting longer. I tell you, I was surprised at how many men I met that had never ever been married in like 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. And I was just like, some of you all have, should have been married by now and stuff, or at least married once. But no, they had never been married. And so what's the disconnect? What's going on? I talk a lot on this page about marriage, and stuff because I'm a person and I'm interested in people, I'm interested in promoting marriage. If you want to be married, be married. I'm not saying be married if you don't want to be married. You don't want to be married, don't be married, and stuff. It's not my business and stuff. But for those that want to be married, I'm promoting marriage and stuff, and want to kind of talk about a little bit more about marriage, and especially marriage, interracial marriage and things like that, and how that fits, for, particularly for black women and non-black men, and stuff. It's great to have a boyfriend, and as I said in my last video, it's great to have a boyfriend. Yeah, that's great, but after a while, boyfriend, boyfriend, it's just it's enough, especially when you're interested in having more in a committed relationship. And it's not like men aren't interested in being committed. um you know but what's going on with this sort of this shift? It's like this gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger between a set of women who are looking for marriage and a set of men who are just, and I don't think it's that they don't want to be married. It's just that they just don't want to be married at a particular point, and then they come to this point where they want to be, and it's like, what is going on? What's happening? And stuff. And so I'm pondering the situation and wondering about the situation. And I'm wondering what you're wondering about the situation and what you think about the situation. And have you noticed this situation that I've noticed, because some people may not have seen this, but I've been noticing it. And have you noticed this situation and what you think about it? So I want to hear from you, because I'm wondering. I got my, like I say, I've got some theories here or there and stuff, but I'm wondering what's happening and why some people are coming on sooner and why some people are coming on later, and and what that's going to mean for people as they get married, or committed and married to one another. What's that sort of, if it's a shift, if you're seeing the shift, if you're seeing, sort of this sort of odd thing going on, what is that going to mean for folks, later on in life, kids, jobs, stuff, all this stuff, is impacted, by, these, how these relationships are going to work themselves out. So I thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you all have a really happy rest of your Wednesday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.